kind of funny. Our dad came to Joplin in 1964 on his way to Springfield. That's what he was going. Just got out of the Marine Corps with 4 kids and was joining civilian life, stayed in Joplin, and we never left. Became very connected to the university and at the college, wasn't even a university then. And was a sports guy. Obviously, we were all sports guys. Remember his early ages, Young Stadium, Jim Frazier coaching football. Most of you don't even remember. By November, maybe not even that long, October, there would be no grass at Young Stadium from all the games that were played there. But we were allowed as kids to roam, and we would just roam the field while the game was going on. And we were talking the other night, they used to wear tearaway jerseys. And so when they got tore off, they just threw them behind the bench. Well, you could get a jersey. That was something. We were laughing the other night, the old bike athletic tape, they would take people up, and they would cut that stuff off. We would gather that up. Because when you're 7, 8, and 9, and watching these guys play, that was a big deal. And my mom and dad always sat in the same place, and we always ran around the field, and that was the way it was, and you just always went to Southern football games. And then it was basketball games at Robert Ellis Young, and if you remember, you couldn't put the bleachers all the way out. So the top bleachers were kind of pushed back, and we used to crawl up there and sit in the top and watch the game, and you always win, and it was always hot, and it was always crowded, and it was always loud. And I was laughing the other day, Robert Korn in the plaid uniforms, that was pretty cool. And those that remember Houdat, all those guys that played. And we were laughing last night, my dad wore an Oklahoma class ring on his right hand. And he sat toward the top. And kind of like Rick, he didn't like yelling at officials when nobody could hear what he had to say. It just didn't have the impact. But if you took that ring and you hit that bleacher, it would just rattle that bleacher and everybody would get quiet. Then he could get his point across. And there would be times when you could hear a whistle blow or whatever, and you would wait because you knew that ring's coming, just wait, he's gonna have something to say. But we grew up chasing Missouri Southern. It was just what we were supposed to do. And then as we got older, it just seemed like this is where we needed to come to school. Walked on and played football. We all played football.
I didn't.
It was just what we did. It was part of Missouri Southern. It was a family thing. And then I know one thing I'm very proud of is that my 3 kids all came here. And some were athletes and some were not. But I think the fun part is that this is a family award, and Missouri Southern's been a family to us. I'm not sure we would have ever realized the impact that Missouri Southern's had on us throughout our life, and the connections we make. A lot of these people I've known, I remember Pat LaPierre playing softball. Not just coaching, but playing softball. It's just, like I say, friends and people and just the family connection. So again, we appreciate it greatly. We are Southern people. We have always been Southern people. And I will leave you with a phrase I coined about 8 years ago when we started putting the alumni group together for football. Like many of you, we are Lion Pride and Lion Proud, and will always be. Thank you.